Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you how to draw Naruto close up. So he's in Sage mode and Bijou mode. I think it's like the combination of both. You can see it in his eyes. So we're going to go right up and I'm going to start with his headband. So it comes across the top of the page. So just along here, it's kind of a U shape. So it'll help us place his eyes and things like that. So you're just going to start here on this side. And then we can do the same on this side. See that? So his headband then will come down around under here. So we're going to keep going. So we're going to just join them together. So we'll go down this way. And it'll stay going. And the same on this side. So down and around. And then we'll go all the way. Stay going. All the way around until they touch just there. And then in there we have his metal plate that's in there. So you'll just do same sort of shape again. One, another one here, and then it'll go around that way again. So you're just doing a similar shape just inside. And then we have the symbol for the leaf village in there. So it's that spiral with the spike coming out and the tail. So you can do a triangle just here. And then this curves around into a spiral into the middle. So it'll go around. And boom, just there. And then it's got a double line that goes back around. So we'll just do that. So coming from the tail, we just go around, curves around, back up this way, round in a circular way, and then the tail kicks out here, and then this closes off a double line around the other side as well. Down to there. And then there's a little triangle in here. Just like that. Now he has some of the circles, the bolts that are keeping it on his head, the metal plate. So we can just add one here, another one here, another one here, and then three on the other side. One, two, and then another one here. Right, so we can go down now and start his face. So the headband is going to just help us place things. So that's why I did it first. So he has two pieces of hair on the side of his head. So just one here, one here. See, just on the edge. And it's just spiky little hair. Just there. And then we have where it touches his face, comes down there. See, so we have just two spikes that are coming down. And then we have his eyes just in here, so under the headband. And the way to do them, we will start with the eyebrows. So just here, we start with an eyebrow that comes down underneath the headband, comes down to a spike just there. And we can come over and do the other one. And then another line just down here. And then he's frowning and sort of crying in this one. I don't know if it's a real passionate sort of face on him. So he's got these frown lines in the middle of his head. So you can just do first one just here and curves around back to the eyebrows. Just there. And then we have another one here, comes down that way. And you can add some more little wrinkle lines just here, just to give it some more of that manga style drawn feel. Just some more of those little lines. And then under each eyebrow, we have the eyes. So we'll start on the right side first. So we'll do the top of his eyelid. So his eyelashes, just there, comes out like that. And then it starts to come down, just here. And it's more of a thicker line on top than the bottom. So we'll try and keep this line a bit thinner and this thicker, because there's sort of eyelashes there. And then this will come down on the inside for where the tear duct is, and then we'll curve over just there like that. And then we have his iris inside, and he's got that sage mode inside the rectangle inside. So first we'll do the curved line on this side. So you're making it a sort of a circle with the tops closed off. So imagine it's a circle inside there. We can make the tops just a bit thicker, show it's curving around inside. And then we'll do the cat-like, nine-tailed fox line down the middle. And then we'll do that sage mode rectangle that goes across. Just a little rectangle that goes across, just like that. And then you can add some just little dots just to show the interior of the eye. Just little details like that help it. And then, so just a line for the tears just across the bottom of his eye. So just like very thin sort of bumps just there, and a line that goes across just here, very thin. And then we can keep adding some more of those frown lines that are inside this side of the face, come down from that tear duct just like this. So just adding little lines. There's one that comes across just here, like a curved one, lines there, and then there's lines in the middle here that curve together, just like that, and some more sort of drawn style hatching lines just in there. He has some more lines, hatching lines, just underneath his eye here, so we go just little lines that go this direction, just to show the top of his cheek that he's really crunching up his face with that emotion. And then some lines here. And now we can go over across and do the other eye. So it's more or less the same. So we'll do the top eyelid. This is thicker. And then this one comes down. And then the bottom comes across. And then the tear duct back up, just there. And then we have the iris, so a circular line inside. Another one under here. We have the nine-tailed fox, cat-like eye, the sage rectangle eye. And of course, always remember you can pause this video if I'm going too fast. And then we'll add those tears that are in his eyes, so it just some thin lines that go across, sort of showing the water as it's welling up in his eyes. And then we will add the wrinkles just around his eyebrow and his eyes to show that his face is all scrunched up, just there. See, so you're adding, like, his face is like crunched up. And then there's some more hatching just to show his eyelid there, that he's just like that. And there's another one just here. Just little details like that, just to show the wrinkles on his nose. And maybe there's some shadow just underneath his headband just here, so you can just put in some darker portion of the eyebrow just around here too. And yeah, I think that's the eyes. Right, so okay, so that's the eyes pretty much. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down and do the sides of his face. So we're going to keep going here, a bit of his collar is over his face here, so there's just a little triangle that sticks out and then comes down, goes off the bottom of my page just there. So his collar is coming over his face on this side. So imagine, so there's the side of his face, we did his collar, and you got to imagine that the face sort of keeps going in that oval sort of pattern that comes around to his chin. So what you can do is you can jump over. So it starts about there. It's just underneath that eye. And then we come back down and around to a chin, right? So it's just there. So the chin is right underneath that nose. And then we go back up this way. Just there. Now, so now that we know where the middle of his face is, just here, we'll come down and do his nose. So we have a very simple curved line, just like that. So it's like a V, but not a pointy V. It's kind of shallow there. And then there's a shadow underneath. There's just hatching lines that just show the shadow underneath his nose. Just these little lines. Give it that manga style. And there is one little line just for another wrinkle on his nose here, and some more hatching lines that curve across. Just go like curving that way. Then we'll do his mouth. So he's like kind of smiling, but his mouth is open. So he's like he's saying something. So we can start with the smile lines, just one here and another one up here. So his mouth kind of goes sideways this way when you join those together. So it curves up. See that? So this one's kind of higher than this one. But of course you could level it out if you wanted. And then we will do his top teeth. So we have a line that comes down, various bumps coming across, up here and back up. And then the bottom teeth, so just underneath that. So we have different lines for that. You can keep them bumpy, straight, it's up to you. Artist's interpretation and all that. Just across like that. And we'll finish the outside of his mouth. So it comes down just here, curves around, goes back all the way to the other side. And there's some shadow on the edges of his mouth to show the bottom teeth. So you just gotta draw a line there, and then add some shadow in there. And then we will draw a line on this side, just there, add some shadow in there, and we can see the bottom of his teeth and his gums and his teeth, so you can see just a little bit of that here, up and down, just like that. And there's some shadow just in here on his tongue. So some of those hatching lines again, just to show some shadow, that it's darker inside the mouth than the teeth. Then we're going diagonal this way. You can go any direction you wanted, I'd say. Okay, so we just have to give him his black stripes that are on his face. So he has 3 on each side. So they curve down just under the eye, just here on both sides. So you can do one there. The top one's longer than the ones underneath. Just like that. One there. Curve it down. One there. Curve it down. Then we do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll curve them in. Now, so we got to do in his ears. So very simple, we just do the top curve around like that. Comes down just to there. And because we have his jacket here, so this one comes back and curves back around there. So his ear stops just at his jacket on that side. And then we can do in the inside the bones for the ear. So we do a little triangle on that, just under the hair. There's another line there to show the top of the ear, little triangle there. And then there's some shading in there. We have a bit of hair just here, a bit of hair up here. And we'll do the ear on the other side. So we'll come over, we'll do the top of his ear here, and we can see all of this ear on this side. So curves down, goes back into an earlobe, and then we have bones and ligaments and things inside there. So little bumps and things for the insides of the ear, top of the ear, just things like that. And you could shade that in. And we could put some hair on this side, the spikes. And then, so we have some hair coming down the side of his face here. And in the picture I'm drawing from, I can't really see this side of his jacket, so I'm gonna have to kind of make it up from my head, which I never like doing. So what I'm gonna do is just draw the top of his coat going that way. So this one curves this way into his face. So I'm gonna imagine that this one is like blowing in the wind this way, so it comes out and curves back down, just there. And we should see some shoulder going that way. And on this side, this one should come down that way. And then we should see some shoulder going that way. And some clotheslines coming there. See that? And then we have just a little line for his neck, just there. You can see a tiny portion of his neck. And we have some of those symbols, so like those curved sort of 9 numbers. I'm not actually sure what they'd be called, but they're just starts with a dot in the center of it, and then you curve like a number 9 around there and there. You know, they're in the Renegan on Sasuke's eye and Pain's eye. There's another little line for just his collar there, and then we can see another one of those. They go around in a collar all around his neck, just down here. And I would imagine if this, yeah, so then in there would be black because the inside is darker, and then maybe we'll add just another circle in there for another, because if it goes around his collar it'll come back up this way. And what else? So then there is sort of various pieces of shrapnel that are floating around in the air because he's powering up. So I'm just going to draw those in. Just sort of floating all across his face and things. Tiny ones. So just rocks, little pieces of rubble. Some bigger, some smaller. Let's see, where else can I see them? Here. Maybe one here. One here. Biggish kind of one there. You could put some various like little shapes on them, just to show they have some texture. This is probably going to end up being a long video. 19 minutes. Yep. What else? Maybe put some here. Here. Some down here. Some marks on his face just there. piece of little triangle shrapnel there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. So let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Like and subscribe if you liked it. And I'll see you again real soon. Thanks.